sometimes revenge isn't always a good thing. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How are you guys doing? We are going to talk about the 1988 film Pumpkinhead. I have to say something, I have to confess it. I've never seen Pumpkinhead. What did he say? And I decided for October, I was like, let's watch Pumpkinhead. A lot of people always talk about how it's like this big cult classic movie. So I decided, let's watch it. Now I'm going to talk about the movie a little bit, and then I'll just give you some points of like what I liked, what I disliked. This movie really starts off in such a weird way where I was like, what are we watching here? Starts off with this family where they like board up their house, and this dude's like knocking on the door trying to get in, but they won't let him in, and this little boy sees through the window that this figure kills this man, which I was like, okay, pretty cool. All right, fast forward to the present day, which is the 80s, and then we see that little boy who is now played by Ed Harley, who is also an alien. And Aliens, I think he's an alien. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure he's an alien. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Alien, but I do remember him in Aliens. So that was cool. The moment I saw him, I was like, he's an android. That was like my first thought. But he is the boy from the beginning of the movie, and he is now a father with this boy with Coca-Cola bottle glasses. That's what one of the characters says, who's like this just jerk, typical douchebags of the thing, and they own like some grocery store on the side of the road. And then you get the rest of the cast there, and it's just a bunch of college kids. You got one a-hole with the ditzy girl with them, and then you have like this Christian couple, and then you have like, I don't know, this other couple that's just like there. I don't know how to do the stereotypes too well for like I can't say, I guess the normal couple. So there's that, and they're like all hanging out, and then a bunch of hillbillies show up. They all started singing songs about the Pumpkinhead stuff, which was pretty cool. I always appreciate movies that add a little bit of music theme to it, kind of like, you know, Freddy Krueger does it. So I kind of like that element of Pumpkinhead. I thought that was kind of cool thing to see. These kids are bullying each other, and that's pretty cool. And then the normal couple woman, she like yells at them for making fun of the little brother. The dad, Lance, that's his character's name in it, tells his son, all right boy, I gotta go get this feed for this country guy. I have a feeling this is like in West Virginia. It gives me like a West Virginia vibe. I've never been to West Virginia, but it just, because it's like super mountainous, and it's very like mountain folk kind of like, that's kind of the vibe it gives me. So I could be wrong. I have no idea where the setting's at, but that's the vibe I got. But or it's come like maybe New Mexico, somewhere around there. I don't know. Polar opposite sides of the country, but that's just how I've been thinking about it. And so the dad leaves and makes sure the boy stays in the grocery store with his dog Jasper. The dog's like, screw it, and just runs out because of the dirt bikes, because these college kids, the douchebag guy Joel, which is so funny because it's like usually when I meet Joels, they're always like super nice dudes, but Joel in this is just an a-hole. But anyways, Joel's like drinking the whole day, and he gets his dirt bike out there, and his brother Steve is like, I'm gonna go show him up too, and they go out there and start riding dirt bikes together, which is cool, I guess. And then the little boy runs out there because of the dog, and the little boy gets smoked by a dirt bike and dies. And that's kind of how the whole movie starts. It's just revenge. Ed Harley is decided, let's go to the hillbillies area, and he asks like the grandpa about this old lady. Of course the grandpa doesn't tell him, but the grandpa's like grandson, one of his grandsons, is like, hey, I'll tell you if you give me money. So that he leads him there, and Ed Harley goes out there and meets this old woman. Now this old woman has like a super deep voice. She kind of reminds me of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, where he does like an impression of like a deep voice, and it cracked me up. But I will say, I know I'm kind of making jokes about this movie, but I really do enjoy this movie. I thought it was really cool. There's just a lot of cool stuff in it. After Ed talks to this old lady, she tells him to go out to the pumpkin patch. It's like the graveyard, she calls it, but it's a pumpkin patch. And he goes out there. I want to say, I loved the set of that. It looks so cool. And there was a little bit of me, it's like, man, I kind of wish we could have stayed in that area. It was just really cool. And he picks up like this like Voldemort baby thing, and he takes it to the lady, and then she does like a blood sacrifice with him and his like dead son. That's where we see Pumpkinhead. I have to say this now, Pumpkinhead's design in this is sick. It's definitely inspired from the Xenomorphs. That's the first time I thought, I'm like, this is a Xenomorph except orange. Yes, that was kind of my idea. And maybe I could be completely wrong about what their inspiration was, but it's clear it looks like a Xenomorph. Clearly the head's not as like long, but like the the design looks like a xenomorph. That's how I kept looking at it. And also, I think the scene where Ed digs up Pumpkinhead, it really gave me this Pet Sematary vibe. Now, I don't know if Pet Sematary came out before this movie or after. I feel like Pet Sematary came out in like 89 or 90, somewhere around there. I could definitely, that's the vibe. Granted, I know Pet Sematary is written by Stephen King, but I don't know, it just kind of gave me that vibe of both of them. And I could be completely wrong, but I just thought it was a really cool thing to see. And like I said, this is a revenge thing. So Pumpkinhead comes back. And like I said, every time you see Pumpkinhead, it's cool. And I love how Pumpkinhead, you don't see a lot of him. You see bits and pieces of him, which I think is perfect because it's clearly like a puppet or a man in the costume. But I really liked it. I think it was really cool, and I think the effect of making Pumpkinhead just look cool and kind of freaky did a really good job with this. So then the rest of this movie is Pumpkinhead is killing all these college kids, but Ed feels all of it, which is pretty cool. And that's where Ed's like, man, I did the wrong thing. So then Ed tries and kills Pumpkinhead. Every time he feels pain, Pumpkinhead feels pain. So eventually Ed just like off his own life and Pumpkinhead dies, which is a pretty cool thing. I mean, I didn't really expect that. Like I said, I've never seen Pumpkinhead, and I kind of feel bad that I have never seen Pumpkinhead, especially for someone who's a big fan of horror movies in general. It's just never been on like my radar to watch. I don't know why either, because I'm a big fan of like creature features. Clearly, like a lot of my videos I've done in the last year have been a lot of creature features, and I do love creature features, so I don't know why I've never seen Pumpkinhead, because this definitely counts as creature feature. So, and it's a cult classic, so I'm really surprised I just haven't watched it. But then I saw it on Tubi, and I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna watch this now. So I really did enjoy it. If I had to be honest, I think this movie was really fun. Is it kind of cheesy? Yeah. Is the acting top tier? No, some of the acting is not the greatest. Is the story like amazing? Not really. Like there's a lot of really thin layered characters, but it doesn't really bother me too much because it's like, and I hate saying this because it's a horror movie, so it's like a lot of people just expect horror movies to have bad characters, but I definitely think modern day horror has definitely gotten a lot better for the characters.
No way!
But I just really like this movie. It's just really fun. I love the design of Pumpkinhead. I also just love the set. Like I said, I think my favorite just set design is when Ed is like on top of this little grave and it's like a mound and he's just digging it to get Pumpkinhead. That alone was just like, yes. I love the fantastical element of this story where Ed, it feels like a fantasy story in a way where Ed's seeking revenge, gets magical powers for a beast. The beast goes and kills everyone. He rets it and then he kills the beast that he brought, which is really cool. I really like this. I thought it was a really fun movie. And if I had to give this an honest rating, I put it on my Letterboxd at 4.5 out of 5. It was just a fun movie. If I had a good time, it's one of those things that I always tell people this because my rating's so weird. Like I could watch a movie and think it's awful, but I'll still give it like a high rating because I think my rating system, if this is through like how I think about it, but like rating wise on Letterboxd is a lot different. But this is like my mind of how I rate movies. It's a good movie, but I didn't like it. It's a good movie, I liked it. It's a bad movie, I didn't like it. It's a bad movie, I liked it. Kind of way of how my head works. Now, is this a good movie? No. Is this a bad movie? No, I think it's right in the middle. But to me personally, I go 4.5 out of 5 because it's a really fun movie. And the design is cool. I like Pumpkinhead. And I just realized there's like 6 other ones. So maybe eventually I'll do a whole ranking thing. Maybe I'll rank all of them. That'd be kind of fun to do a Pumpkinhead ranking video. We'll see how this video does, but maybe I will in the future. I just feel like Pumpkinhead's a really cool story that I just really liked, and I feel like it's just gonna get way worse than this one. I don't think it's that bad, but I think the rest of them are gonna be awful. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. What did you guys think of the 1988 film Pumpkinhead? Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? Do you think it's a great cult classic, or do you not think it's a great cult classic? I'd love to know down below. And if there's any other cool cult classic movies I should check out, let me know down below. And of course, let me check out some creature features that you guys have lined up for me as well. And last but not least, stay safe and happy Halloween.